it took 25 takes because I couldn't not look in the camera. So I would go line, and then I'd go.
Had any of you spent any time in the American West?
I went to my first like proper rodeo out there, and that was kind of incredible because I don't know, it's like an idea of a rodeo. It has existed in my brain and in my life through culture and all these things, but to actually be sat in the seats and like watching these little tiny kids come out like strapped to sheep and just getting like totally tossed into the dirt. What is it called? Mutton racing?
Mutton busted.
Mutton busted. And they were getting busted, those little kids. The little girl who won got picked up and they gave her a mic, remember? And they were like, would you like to do this again? And she was like, no. She was honest. So that was actually really incredible. It was like, you can tell that it's such a part of the communal experience in those places, and it was really special to kind of witness.
What was really meaningful to me about having like these folks join me out there was, and it was kind of accidental but became very profound, was that the story is about kind of unlikely communities and families that are thrown together in odd ways but like share something very beautiful, and that accidentally like really was what happened there. And that's what movies can be, is all sorts of odd parts thrown together that create like something sort of whole. So it was like a real like pleasure to feel like I was sharing my home with people who were like who found a way to love it, I think, the way I do.
Oh yeah.
Lily, what are Josh and Meghann like as movie parents?
They're lots of fun. In between scenes, me and Josh made up a secret handshake. We would sit and chat. They were always supportive and making sure that I was comfortable with the scene, making sure I knew my lines, making sure that everyone was ready, but constantly checking in to check if I was ready. And yeah, they were just really good.
Thanks, though.
Did you ever have to check if they knew their lines?
Never. Yep. I think it's more the other way around.
What's everyone's memory of their first ever red carpet?
It's a whole blur. A lot of reminders right before I go out there, kind of a thing. But it was fun but odd. I get that at the same time. Getting yelled at by everybody and look here. There's a lot of instructions, and then remember not to smile and not to look scared. And I don't know. It was cool, I guess. It wasn't. I think it's something that people assume they know what it's like, but you really can't explain it until you're actually there. And I feel like every event, every red carpet is different, for sure. But all in the same, because you're still getting yelled at by the photographer.
To tweak the question slightly for you guys, because you use a lot of first-time actors, if anyone has any strong memories from their first ever acting job.
Meghann, what's your memory of your first job?
The first set I was on was Gossip Girl.
Very cool.
I had like 2 scenes, and I broke the shoes that I was wearing.
Was that in the suit? Is that scripted?
No, I was wearing heels, and I was really nervous. I was so nervous, and I was sort of rocking back on them. Like I wasn't even on camera when it was happening. I was just like waiting for something to happen, and it's not. And I just remember they were saying a bunch of words that meant nothing to me, and at one point they were like turning around, and I was like, it was gibberish to me. It was so uncomfortable. Like I kind of hated it. But everybody was really nice to me though, so that was a highlight, I guess.
My first on a set was awful. I did a television show, which was like a very, it was like a detective. We have loads of these detective dramas in the UK, often set in like remote villages in England where seemingly everyone gets murdered all the time. There's like a new investigation every week. And I was in one of those episodic episodes, and I had one line, and I just had to say the line, kiss the girl on the cheek, And then that was my job. That's all I had to do. But it took 25 takes because I couldn't not look in the camera. So I would go line, and then I'd go, and they'd be like, cut, could just look anywhere else. And I'd be like, yeah, no worries. And I go line, and then I go, and look straight down again. I just couldn't help it. It was like this magnet. It took years to overcome that. So anyway, so I wasn't a great experience, but like you guys, they were really understanding of me.
Yeah. And it has a happy ending. I made it.
And it has a happy ending. Yeah, I still do it to this day, right, Max? Yeah, you had to edit out all the double takes to the camera.
Yeah, like I didn't know how far back that went.